Hi everyone! So I was extended the Share Your Voice challenge on social media, and someone thought that I should do it and advised me that I should, so it probably won't be the most eloquent one of these that you watch, but hopefully it can be helpful in some way. So question 1, what is the toughest thing that you've ever had to go through? So when I was in university, my younger brother started having difficulties with his mental health. He was in and out of the hospital and seeing a lot of professionals, but none of them really seemed to help. Things kept getting worse at home, and they weren't really taking the severity of it seriously. Their solution was actually that we put him on the street, but he was a young teenager at the time, so we didn't really think that that was a solution. But eventually things got to the point where we didn't really have any other options because it just wasn't safe anymore. And his worldview just kept getting darker and darker, and slowly the parts of him that made him him were slowly being, they seemed like they were being stripped away, but he was still him underneath it all. But how do you dig someone back out of that? But anyways, it was like watching someone that I cared very, very deeply about slowly become a whole other person, which is just a weird thing to experience. So soon after he was kicked out of the house, he was actually arrested for first-degree murder, and that was a really hard day. It was one of the hardest days that I've ever had to go through. It was just super difficult. So what did I learn from all of this? Well, there are many lessons that I've learned and that I continue to learn from having gone through this. I learned that God wants me here for a reason, because a few months earlier, that could have been me. But God has a purpose for my life, and I'm here for a reason, and I'm excited to see what becomes of my life, and I'm just grateful that I'm here and that there's a reason and a purpose for it all. It has given me a passion to help others and to give back. I want to provide the support for others that my brother didn't find, and to just kind of pay it forward and be that support for someone else. It has taught me that unconditional love really does exist. You can love someone without agreeing. You don't have to agree with their behavior, and you can completely disagree with their actions and still continue to love them. And I have a deeper understanding and desire to just love others, and a greater tolerance for accepting people where they are, and genuinely loving them even if they're at their worst, whatever they're going through in their life, to just genuinely love other people. It has opened my eyes to see the good in people, and that there is good no matter what's showing at the surface at the time. So we all have darkness and light in us, and both continue to exist regardless of what's being displayed in the given moment. And to just be able to look past that surface level and to see what's going on below, and the good in people, even if that's not what's outwardly shown at the time. I've gained a deeper appreciation for encouragement. Encouragement is just so important, and it's really overlooked in our society. We need more encouragement. And if my brother had had that in his life, things might have been different, and I can't undo what happened. But if I can see someone else who's in a similar circumstance, if I can provide that encouragement for them and maybe help them to decide to head down a different path, then I want to be able to provide that encouragement for them. I've gained respect for other people and their worldviews, and just a desire to get to know what their beliefs are and why they have the beliefs that they have, and to just know where they're coming from, rather than assuming that everyone has the same beliefs as me or the same worldview or same understanding of how things work. To just really find out what theirs is and where it's coming from, and why they believe what they believe. I've gained a really, really deep appreciation for community. there were some individuals who really helped me through this whole process, and I'm just so grateful that I had that in my life, and so thankful that they were there. For the support that they provided was just phenomenal, and I am very grateful to those individuals for being in my life and walking alongside me throughout this whole journey. And in turn, I want to be that support for other people who are going through things, and just to provide that sense of community for people who need it. I am a follower of Jesus, but when all of this happened, I had, for completely other reasons, having nothing to do with this whatsoever, turned my back on that and had decided to walk away from all of that. And having gone through this while that relationship was in strain, really just taught me that no matter where I go or what I do, God still cares about me, and He still, no matter how much I turn my back on God, He's always there for me, and He's always standing next to me, working out everything for good. And it doesn't matter what I do, no matter how much I give Him the silent treatment, or quite frankly, no matter how much I tell Him to F off, which I was doing a lot of, He's still there and still cares about me. And that's just really fantastic to know, and to have that level of trust now, that no matter what, He's going to be there. And as awful as all this was to go through, I can look back and I can see God's hand guiding me in so many ways throughout it, and I just completely overlooked that at the time, and I'm sure that there are still ways that I'm continuing to overlook it even now, but to just be able to see more and more of that each day, and to have my eyes open to how He really was there, and how He continues to be there, is just phenomenal. Because like I didn't deserve for Him to be there at the time. Like I honestly was being such a bitch to Him, and He still stood by me and cared for me and loved me despite all of that. And His love is just an amazing thing. He never gave up on me. He never ever gave up on me, and that's overwhelming in a good sense, completely overwhelming to know that He just doesn't give up. And what it has done for strengthening my relationship with Jesus is probably my favorite thing that I've learned through all of this, and it just shows me how real the love of God is and how deep it really goes. And I probably don't even know a fraction of how deep that love goes at this point, and I just keep seeing more and more of it. But this really kind of got the ball rolling and started opening my eyes to that, and to be able to see that love and how it's displayed in my life in just different ways, that He's always loving me. So I'm really, really grateful for that. So I've learned an endless amount of lessons from this, and like I said, I still continue to learn more each and every day, and I think that's a really beautiful thing, that more good just keeps flowing out of all this, and it just seems to be never ending, and it's great to see all the good come from it. And really, all of the ashes have turned into complete blessings, and the ashes in and of themselves have become blessings. So it's a really beautiful thing, and it's been a neat process to see. And I would say I still haven't found all the gold nuggets that are scattered throughout those ashes, but I'm sure that they're there, and that more will continue to appear, because so far that's just how it's been. More and more just keep popping up, and yeah, so I'm still going to keep looking for them, because I'm sure if I were to answer this question 5 years from now, there would be a whole slew of new things that I've learned from this. So which is really cool to think about. But yeah, so keep looking for your own gold nuggets, because they are there, and no matter what you've been through, no matter what you're going through, God's love for you is real, and there is good in each and every circumstance. No matter how bleak it may seem at the time, good can come out of it. So just keep pressing on, and keep your eyes open for those gold nuggets, because they will appear. So that's my Share Your Voice video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and that it was helpful to you in some way, and that it could be a blessing to you. And yeah, if you haven't done the challenge yet, I really want to encourage you to take the challenge, because we're all human beings and we can all learn from each other, and there might be someone out there who needs to hear your specific voice and what you've gone through. So yeah, consider taking the challenge, and I hope you all have a great day. See you later.